I've been to church, I've had my lunch, and now I'm having an hour and a half fishing up to dark. Don't know if you can hear that, that's a raven just in the woods opposite. It's a very wet day, windy at times, but certainly lots of rain. However, I've got the brolly up, I'm okay. I've just cast out, watching a little orange tip sticking above the surface of the water, and I'll hopefully be back sooner rather than later with a fish. The umbrella is partially over me. I'm sitting just to the side of it, but mostly it's for the gear, so you don't want your tackle to get wet, especially maggots. They'll crawl out the tub, your other stuff, my iPhone that I record on. It's important that I keep that dry, so that's why I'm filming from this angle mostly in this session, unless the weather changes, but I don't think it will be. Yesterday I shared, as I fished, memories came back from when I was younger, fishing after school, and I shared about the tackle shop in Dudley, and I couldn't remember the name of it, and 4 people commented, so thank you very much to all of those, that's very much appreciated. And it was Peter Gordon's. I was thinking on the night, because you know when something's on your mind and you think about it, not in an intense way, but you just try to go back in time and picture where you were, and maybe the name comes back. And I was thinking Peter Gordon's on the night, but then I thought, am I thinking Peter and Gordon, A World Without Love? If you're from the 60s generation, or you know your music, you'll certainly know that song. And I was a little bit puzzled, but when I went on today, I got 4 messages, so that was fantastic. Paul Huxtable as well, in reference to the fact that I lived in Sedgley. He has moved to the wider Midlands area from Wales, and he was saying how he'd made friends with a couple from Wombourne, and he was talking about where they lived, Bratch Lane, and I said that's where I caught my very, very first fish back in the 1960s. I lived in Sedgley, and I used to cycle up and down the A463, if you know the area. It's great going down to the Wodehouse, and then across Billy Bunn's Lane and that area, down to the Bratch Lane, and fish from there. On the way back up though, quite a trek. I'll tell you what though, fantastic memories, aren't they? And we all have them. And I think it's important to realise as well that today's experiences will become tomorrow's memories. And if you have good experiences, good memories. Likewise, bad ones. So it's important that we do what we can in the here and now to sow positive seeds, so that in the future we reap a positive harvest. And I guess the older we get, and if you are older, you appreciate memories, don't you? At the time, it doesn't mean anything. When I caught that first fish, I loved it. It was fantastic. I'd been trying for ages to catch a fish, and I was just doing everything I could. I couldn't even tie knots. The knot was bigger than the hook. But when I caught that first gudgeon, the thrill that it gave me has never left me. That's the buzz of angling, isn't it? But I didn't realise at that time, all those years ago, all those decades ago, more than half a century ago to be precise, that I was actually making memories that would not only be good to look back on, but also paving the way for many, many memories to come in the future. And who knows, I might catch a £5 perch today. What a memory that would be. I might not, of course, let's be realistic, but I'm fishing. That's the important thing. I'm off the mark with a perch. I'm still going strong, but it's all over in London, and it's ended 2-0 to Wolves, who are now up to 7th place. Basically leapfrogged Tottenham Hotspur in the table. Good 3 points there. let's hope that the trend continues, because Wolves are only 3 points off 4th place in the league. So lots to play for and lots of fishing time to do as well. It is very quiet today though, I will say that. That one perch on the bank, and I've had several little dips on the float, but nothing has developed as of yet. I'm confident though I'll catch something before the short session comes to an end. I'm very grateful of the umbrella though. The rain's picked up a little bit. Not that I mind, because I'm half in and half out anyway, but I'm keeping everything nice and dry there. As I said earlier, I'm ready to go home shortly, watching the float for the final couple of minutes. Just small perch. I've had a couple of up pulls though on decent fish. One in particular felt very good indeed. I think one of the problems is there is weed there, and I've referred to that on pretty much every occasion I've fished here, so you have to be careful that the hook doesn't get masked. I've got no shot at all other than around the float, so nothing at all down the line. But also the water temperature's still cold. The fish aren't feeding as freely and as confidently and as boldly as they will do when the water temperature itself picks up. But my bait's been in the water, I've caught, I've had a good time as always, and I'm motivated for the next session as well. If you've been out fishing this weekend, I hope you've enjoyed it and caught a few fish. And if you are out in the next few days as well, likewise enjoy and catch some fish. See you soon.